Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Spawn, issue number 309, The Consequence of Sin, Part 2, brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. In The Consequence of Sin Part 1, with the future in doubt and medieval Spawn's legacy in question, Spawn, She-Spawn, and Reaper go on the offensive. But a longtime ally has shown his true colors, and Yosha rallies an army and a daily new recruit, Gunslinger Spawn. So we see Gunslinger Spawn, having been ripped from some kind of time continuum, was trying to adjust to this modern world he found himself in. So he quickly found a host body to use so he could blend in. Then he went to go find himself a drink and give himself a chance to collect his thoughts. And that's where the previous issue was left off and where we are now. It didn't go as planned. Instead, he now feels his body slowly draining his energy source, like some hellish cancer has been released in him. And if he doesn't find a cure or replacement for that energy, he'll meet the same fate as everyone else from this place. And this Spawn can't survive. It won't matter how he got there or why Yosha was helping him. He'll search for those answers later. He doubts he has more than 12 hours left with this new body that he's in. And for now, he has to find another host body to jump into as he's walking and striving through this town. And he hears some kind of sound. It's great. And when he clicks his gun, looks around, he's like, okay, I know I'm about to get some action. So he goes into this door, says hello, nothing happens. So what is Gunslinger Spawn supposed to do? Well, let the brother light up a cigarette, calm some nerves because there's some action about to go down, but nothing's alive as of yet. And then 20 seconds pass, and then he hears a sound again. Grrr, like a growl, and the rabid animal is deliberate in his threatening tone, and he barks at him. And then Gunslinger Spawn clicks his gun back, ready to blast off on him. Then suddenly, it silences itself. It's afraid of something it sees. Something behind the Gunslinger Spawn. So Gunslinger Spawn turns around and shoots off. And as the bullets fly past Yosha, he almost basks in the slight breeze they cause. Knowing that these hellhounds at his side were going to draw out the Gunslinger Spawn's natural instincts, he brought them out all along for a test. Cog thought they'll last a little longer with this test, but given the game they're all playing here, collateral damages often result. And Gunslinger's like, yo, I thought you were staying behind. Well, Cog says I changed my mind. So I wonder where this is going to pick up off. But elsewhere, Spawn and Mark are looking at medieval Spawn's pieces from the previous couple issues, and Spawn's like, there has to be a correlation as to why this Spawn tried to kill me and the readings you're getting out there. Our costumes have enough intelligence to know when they're facing a threat. His actions are that of an opposite, like they've been rewired or something. And Mark is trying to tell Spawn something like, hey, I keep saying the data from these other entities isn't fitting into any kind of pattern. It's like they're trying to find a path to follow. And Spawn's like, maybe it has something to do with the material they're made of. And Mark's like, I don't think it has much to do with it. I'm talking about psychological tendencies and impulses. Those aren't driven by external interactions. They're pre-built into our DNA at birth. These new Spawns, or whatever they are, they're trying to find their new mental footing. Like, one, I think Mark is trying to tell Spawn, you're missing the point here. And two, what Spawn is trying to say is, Spawns don't kill Spawns. That's what we're destined to do. But medieval Spawn was trying to kill me, and I was trying to kill him, so what the hell is going on here? And Mark tells him, and a little nudge either way could dramatically change the direction they're going into. And then Spawn is getting mad, like, what the hell are you telling me, Mark? Like, I'm trying to find something here, and you keep giving me these empty answers, trying to point me in another direction. You're missing the point. And so Spawn is like, and you want to discount our living costumes? And Mark's like, no. I want to find the humanity behind who they are before I worry about the other parts. That could help in understanding why in which any of them are acting erratic. Think about it, says Mark. The time twist you went through. They're disoriented. Shouldn't that surprise you? And Spawn's like, So they're clearly like having this back and forth. Spawn is trying to find out a point. Mark is trying to give him another direction to go into. So this frustrates Spawn. He's like, here, since you're so damn smart, figure it out. I'm done arguing with you. And Mark's like, that's what I've been doing. You're just not paying attention. I'm done arguing with you too, Spawn. Why do you think I've got all this work on my desk? You think this is fun, spending every hour attempting to solve the puzzle you created? Read these, all of them. Maybe you'll realize the reason I don't give a shit no more about the armor over there is because you've got way bigger problems than that. So take this piece of paper. So wake up. Spawn's like, He snatches it, looks at it, his symbiote forms around his face. He's like, I'll look at it alright. But next time you might want to find a better way to get your freaking point across. So meanwhile, Tokyo, Japan, She-Spawn and Reaper, they enter the scene by a form of necroplasm transportation. And Reaper's like, you said someone will be here waiting for us. And this is going back to the previous issue where they have to go on the offensive to see what's going on with all these readings that they're showing up on the map. And then She-Spawn's like, someone must have tipped them off. And She-Spawn doesn't like the fact that the person who was there gave no indication that any of their plans have changed. Reaper's like, have we been compromised? And she's like, no, if we had been compromised, we would have been ambushed right now. Hopefully, whoever sent this here left a package he promised me. What's in the package, says Reaper, names and locations of targets that have been financing covert missions that a friend of mine died trying to undercover. And what she's talking about is Nyx. And keep in mind, Nyx is the reason why Jessica Priest is now She-Spawn. In minutes, she rifles through as many cabinets as she can. Shit, she says, nothing here. So Reaper's like, what now? She picks up a chair and throws it out the window, and she sets off the alarm. And she's like, if we can't find them, then maybe I'll just make them find us by way of this alarm. So Gunslinger points a gun at Cog, and he tells Cog, you've garnered quite a legacy over the centuries, Cog. Is it true you're the longest living Spawn, or did you create that myth too? And Cog's like, we've all done what we needed to do. None of us is as loyal as we like to be, even you. So I have an offer. You want to live? You'll need my help, but then you're on my side. And what side is that, says Gunslinger? Whichever one allows us to survive, says Cogs. But before you make your decision, I'd like you to introduce you to someone. And Gunslinger Spawn is momentarily shocked. From the shadows comes a pristine looking Javier Sanchez, the same person he thought he was currently possessing. And Gunslinger's like, this has to be some kind of trick, another one of your hellhounds shape-shifting. No, says Cogs, he's the original, which begs the question, who are you really possessing? Don't be so naive, you're not so good to me if you're so that stupid. Gunslinger Spawn's like, yo man, you set me up, They said you couldn't be trusted. Your lust for power is what caused your downfall. Funny, says Cogs. I've outlasted most of my enemies. Javier, test him. And before anything, Javier flinches and Gunslinger Spawn shoots instinctively, though he knows bullets won't have an effect on any allies of Cogs. He does not know how it has an effect on, but he still shoots the bullet anyway. And Cogs like, you're right, I did set him up. After he shoots the bullet through his forehead, now this plague, this tar, this symbiote envelops him. And Cogs tells him, the body you took over, I constructed it, making it so you'd be attracted to it. You didn't choose that body by accident. I led you to it, and you fell right into that trap. But it's time to make a choice, says Cogs. Show me you're worth trying to recruit, that even with the poison coursing through you, that I didn't make a mistake, that I haven't underestimated you. Then maybe I'll let you join my cause. Gunslinger Spawn sizes up his opponent. It appears to be some hybrid creature, part demon, part symbiote. It's a combo this Spawn isn't thrilled to engage with, especially with its weakened state. But they go at it, they fight, he shoots, he attacks the Plague Spawn, or what I want to call it Plague Spawn, but it's not Plague Spawn. And he ducks and dodges, and they're going at it. And his best hope, Gunslinger Spawn's best hope, is to try and slow it down. Then try finding its vulnerable spot, its Achilles heel. Exploit that, and he'll end this battle on his terms in a fashion he wants. If he can't, Spawn's time in this modern world will be shorter than he anticipated. But there's something from inside this creature. As their battle rages back and forth, Gunslinger Spawn begins to feel something inside this creature. Something that must have been put there by Cogs himself. Before he can decipher what that is, well, he gets impaled, he gets shanked, and he gets in a compromised position. And this Spawn right here is like, how does it feel to receive the pain instead of giving it? I've waited a long time to devour one like you. No, says Gunslinger. The creature's claws bury themselves deeper into Gunslinger Spawn's chest as black tar begins to pour into him. It takes 10 seconds or so for the transformation to complete, and he's fully complete now. Gunslinger Spawn is his new Tar Spawn, or whatever the Spawn is, but whatever it is an ally of Cogs, as so it seems. Excellent, my loyal pet. Soon our next phase begins, says Cogs. This guy is like, the game has changed. Sorry to break the news to you, Cog. Your pet didn't quite make it. I let him gut me, let him ooze into me because I needed his power, and he gave it to me in spades. Because I set him up just like you did to me. Well, congratulations, says Cogs. I hope you figure that out. By passing your test, you've shown that you're ready. Okay, yeah, you know I'm ready. I'm ready to be left alone and he decapitates Cogs' head, slits his head off, and all this necroplasm blood bleeds out. In the weeks to come, Gunslinger, filled with the renewed power, will show our world the true impact of his presence, especially with what he's about to do next. And that's where we end this issue. Obviously, the consequences in issue number 2 of Spawn, issue number 309. More story building to build the Spawn's universe into this vast story that we're going to see come into fruition later. I'm going back from 298 all the way up to current issues of Spawn just to kind of catch myself up with Spawn. And keep in mind, when I first started reading Spawn, I started at issue 314 and then again at 317 and went on from there. But I thought this was gangster. I love the story building that it's setting up, and I can't wait to see how this story all pieces itself together. But with all that being said, Spawn, issue number 309. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also link in description if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. And if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, especially Spawn content, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.